Hello art friends, my name is Fleshwad and welcome to I Tried Following a Ross Draws digital art tutorial. If you haven't seen my first I Tried Following video, check it out, it will be in the description box down below. In that video I tried following a Lavender Town art tutorial and I had so much fun doing that video that I decided to try again with another one of my favorite artists, Ross Draws.
Hey guys, how's it going? Yes, welcome back, welcome to another video. I like to do these little paint sketches, and you guys seem to really respond to them. Maybe for today, I could paint one for you guys and take you through the process of creating one. So, let's do it. Stylized portrait tutorial.
So today, we're going to follow this tutorial by Ross Draws, and I hope to maybe create some art half as amazing as his. Let's go.
So this is the vibe I'm going for. You know, this is a simple sketch that I had prepared for this episode.
Okay, so first he starts off with a simple sketch. This is already way different from what I do. I'm the type of artist who really likes to flesh things out. So basically I start with a rough sketch and then a clean sketch, then line art, then sometimes cleaner line art. I'm kind of an uptight artist, which is very different from Ross. And I think that's why I really love watching his videos.
Have a nice combination of warm colors and cool colors.
Next, he picks warm and cool colors. I didn't want to copy the exact colors that he chose, so I went with a brown tone for the warm choice and a green tone for the cool choice. I sort of regret the green, but that's besides the point. So once we have filled out the base skin color, it's time to shade.
And then I'm going to shade a little bit. One brush blending mode I really like to use is just a soft round, but turn down the hardness just a little bit so it has more of a fade like that.
So the setup of this video is a little bit different. While you can still see what I'm drawing, I also added in the side panel, which you can see is where I keep my brushes and my layers, so that you could see exactly what I'm doing to follow this tutorial. Okay, so here Ross says to use a soft blending brush. If you couldn't tell, Ross is using Photoshop CC, a very expensive painting program, or so I've heard. I actually don't know how much it costs, but it does have a lot of cool effects, and like you can pretty much mess with any setting, I think. It looks really cool and intuitive, but I use Metabank Paint Pro, which is a free art program, which is still really good in my opinion, and I've used it on Mac and Windows and I still really prefer this program, but it doesn't really have a lot of brushes, and I'm not really good at making or downloading brushes, so I went with what I had, which is the wet watercolor brush. And then I just clicked the box that said soften edges or something like that.
Sometimes I use an airbrush just to quickly. Ooh, that's cool.
Okay, so another thing I forgot to mention is you're gonna learn a bunch of tips in this video. I mean, definitely go and watch Ross's video, which will be linked down below. But if you're watching this video of me watching Ross's video, you're gonna learn a bunch of tips. So the first thing, I mean, I would have never guessed, but ever since following this tutorial, I really love using the airbrush on faces, which is something Ross does quite a bit. And I have seen a couple of other artists do this. Flying Pings does this as well, I think. And I never really did it until I started following this tutorial, and now I do it on every face I draw ever. So thank you, Ross, for opening me up to this. So next we keep adding shading, and then we move on to the hair. So this is the most helpful tip for the whole video. So if you only take one thing away from this video, it should definitely be this tip.
Also, the reason why it's so clean is that I have clipping mask, and this is what it looks like. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Right click, create clipping mask. Wow, it's like using some shampoo and conditioner on your hair. Clipping
masks, can you believe it? You can't see it here while I'm drawing, but I will show you later on in the video. And boy, I wish I knew about this a long time ago. So basically you add a layer over your colored layer and make it a clipping layer, and then you color as messy as you want, but it will only show where you have already colored on the layer below. Amazing. Next up is light.
And I'm going to put in some of the light. I love adding this part. I tried to lay it, not the highlights, but the light.
I had a little bit of trouble figuring out where to place the light, but I think I did all right. I put the most light on the cheekbones and at the top parts of the hair. The cool thing about light is it gives a really, really realistic effect. At least I think so. And so it's always a nice touch to your drawings.
I try to turn the form. I take the background color and apply it on the side of the cheeks. So it has that nice three-dimensional global pop.
Another thing Ross does concerning light is he'll take the background color and put it on the cheek. I tried to do this without it looking weird, not sure how it went, but yeah, I tried. Another really cool thing that Ross adds into his drawings are objects or beings that match his character essence.
Actually, you know what could be really cool? If maybe we add like a dragon. Something that matches the character essence. Make sure that each element has character, and each character is gonna mesh within each other to make the whole painting.
He also says in another tutorial that he likes to do things in terms of 3. So you have the body, the clothes, and then a third aspect, I guess, that you can put into the drawing, which is also something that I think a lot of artists unconsciously do, so that's pretty cool. But anyways, in his drawing, he adds a dragon. In my drawing, I really wanted to add little bat wings, but after drawing them, I felt that they didn't really match this character too much, and ended up getting rid of them in the end. I replaced them with little green arrows, maybe a demon power of this demon. I'm not too sure.
Now let's do some of the highlights. Nice, look at that. That's why I like to save the highlights for later. Before and after.
Next, we add highlights. This adds extra detail that makes the character really come to life, in my opinion. And lastly, color dodge.
How am I gonna do a painting without color dodge? So, let's do some color dodge. You guys ready for this?
Yes!
Ooh. They add a lot of just energy, sophistication, and magic.
So, like I mentioned before, I am using Metabank Paint Pro. There isn't really an option for color dodge in this program. I mean, I scoured the internet and I could not find a single thing. So the closest thing that I could find was a dodge layer. So I just messed around with that a little bit, and the placement of the color I was trying to dodge. Please don't be mad at me, Ross. Ross does a couple of more things after this, such as touch-ups, adding a background color, and picking a part of the drawing to erase, just to create a clean cut. I drew this drawing a couple of weeks ago, and I guess I didn't do any of those things, but this is what I created.
Of course, we need to make fun of it, so we're gonna draw glasses.
And of course, we also need to make fun of our drawing, or this wouldn't be a true following a Ross Draws digital tutorial. I honestly had such a fun time following this tutorial, and I learned a lot, and I've also seen this tutorial about 10 times, so I hope at least some of this sticks with me. If you haven't seen any of Ross's videos, please make sure to check them out. I can just sit there and watch his videos for like hours straight, and they're all really short, which is so cool because that means you can watch more in less amount of time. Yeah, so you'll be able to find a link to his channel in my description box. I really, like I said, enjoy watching his videos, and it's kind of hard to explain, but each of them are like missions or something. It's like a little experience every video you watch. They're really fun to watch. Definitely check them out. That's gonna be it for this video. If you have a favorite art YouTuber who has a cool tutorial, mention them down below, and maybe there will be a part 3 to this series. Special thanks to my patron, Onirofon, for supporting me and the channel. If you want to support the channel and get your own shoutout, you can visit my Patreon in the links below. All it takes is $1. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, because I'd love to have you. If you're new to my channel and this is the first video you're seeing, I make creepy content, so definitely check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!
Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember, every day is a color dodge day.